Day 95 of me doing my New Year's resolution, which is dropping a video every single day on this channel, all the way up until December 31st, 2024, all the way up until the last day of this year. Now, today is April the 4th. This is my 95th video. That means we're on track. And the topic of this video, dating has become very, very easy as I've been retaining my semen. Now, only been on, I think, 2 dates so far this entire year. And, I've been on semen retention for this entire year. And those 2 dates have been so easy, and it was just so easy to flow on those 2 dates. And I'm going to tell you guys kind of why. I'm not really as nervous as I usually get. First date is, and I had those are two first dates. And I ain't gonna lie, first dates you can get very, very nervous. It's very, very nerve wracking. I understand that. But since I've been on retention, those 2 dates that I've been on this year, I wasn't really nervous. I mean, of course, I had a little bit of, a little bit of nervousness, but it wasn't as much as I used to have. I feel as if that's the case because I'm not expecting really much out of the date. I'm not expecting to go home, thrax. I'm not expecting to get, topped. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just going on a date literally just to get to know the other person, to see if they can be a contender to be my girlfriend. Because, at this point, ladies are contending to be my girlfriend at this point. Not to sound like one of them guys, but, I look at myself as very, very, I'm at a different, okay, that sounds crazy. I just, the person that I'm willing to let inside my life, they have to be an asset. So I'm going out on a date to find somebody that I know can be an asset to my life, not just anybody. And it's kind of like I'm giving out a job interview. Not really. It's more relaxed, way more relaxed than that. But I'm not just looking for anything. So I'm not just trying to get topped off. I'm not just trying to get pleasure. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm genuinely trying to get to know the person to see if they can fit into my life in any way. Because a lot of guys, when they go on dates, they looking for one thing. They just trying to get, they're trying to get a good little night. They're trying to get a good little, you know what I mean. But it's different. When I go on dates, I'm trying to look for somebody that can possibly be, you know, somebody I can really grow with, and I'm not gonna lie, that put me in a different position when I'm on a date. It puts me in a position to where, I'm not really too worried. I'm just, I'm just that on the date, I'm kind of just more towards just the listening, and that makes all the nervousness go away. I'm not trying to make myself seem, I mean, if she asks a question, of course I'll answer it, but I'm not boasting. I'm not, trying to make myself seem like this cool, I'm just literally just all ears. I'm listening and, I'm vibing. And of course I'm making the date entertaining by asking pretty good questions too. Don't get me wrong. And we're transitioning to, exciting things. Cause you know what I said in my last video? My last video was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that shit was crazy. That was one of the weirdest things that happened. But it's for real. It's a real thing that happened. I've been retaining my semen for a long time now. It's bound to happen. My body is bound to release some excess, fluids, and that's okay. It just caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for that. And I just wasn't ready. And I was just being honest with you guys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, something crazy happened, and it has something to do with semen retention. Y'all gonna be the first person first people I talk to. It can be the weirdest thing. It can be, it don't matter what it is, but it's real. I'm telling you guys the real. But that's besides the point. The point is, dating has just become very, very easy. It's easier for me to flow in conversation. It's easier for me to just relax because I'm not expecting nothing. I'm kind of just on it. I'm kind of just there, just having a good time. And those 2 dates I've been on this year, we both had a great time. Two different girls, obviously, and it just the date was just very successful. I feel as if I give out a wonderful experience for the simple fact I'm not too, people on dates. I ain't gonna lie, you will be surprised. Guys go on dates and they just be all over the place. They just be asking either a lot of questions like you in a goddamn really in a job interview, or they just don't know how to listen, or they just want one thing and they always, or they just get too touchy. You gotta balance it out. Of course I, broke the touch barrier very, very fast as soon as she came through the door. Cause okay, let me slow down. So basically, I made it to the place we were going to about 5 minutes early. just so I can make sure I got everything situated, table, etc., etc. I would probably recommend going 15 minutes early, but the place wasn't that busy. It was 5 p.m. Everybody's getting off work, so 5 minutes was enough time. I got our table and everything like that, and I was just kind of just waiting on her. And then as soon as she came through the door, I broke the touch barrier. I got up, gave her a hug, helped her sit down, and boom, conversation started automatically. How you doing? Blah blah blah. Simple as that. And we just flowed. We never had a part to where it was dry. And whenever the conversation did stop, I didn't, I just didn't make it awkward by just talking about bullshit. If the conversation naturally just stopped, I let that silence hit for just a little second, and I maybe looked around the room, and look, you don't have to be talking the whole time. Relax a little bit, catch your breath, and just enjoy the moment for a second. And I ain't gonna lie, when you on dates, bro, the girl is way more nervous than you most of the time, because girls, they get very nervous. She even told me she was nervous because I was giving out wonderful eye contact, and that's another thing. Eye contact is something that I mastered, and even before semen retention, it's just I love looking people in the eyes because it shows some respect, and it just it shows that you're there. It shows that you're present. You're not looking around the room, you're not looking down, you're looking straight into the person that you're talking to or interacting with, or just with, looking at them in their eyes. You're giving them the floor. You're giving them, your full attention. And that made her a little nervous. She even communicated with me that she was nervous, and, she just couldn't look me in the eye, etc., etc. And that's perfectly fine. I don't expect us to just be locked eyes. I don't expect that. It's cool. It's cool. I understand that. But, the date, it just went by so smooth, and we just both had a wonderful time. And I feel as if, retaining my semen has helped me in dating, because it just makes everything just flow. Even we didn't even kiss. We didn't kiss. We didn't do none of that. I gave her a hug, and that's all I really needed, because I'm not looking for anything crazy. I'm really just looking to get to know the other person. The kissing, all the extra stuff, that all happen down the line if we were to get to that position. But right now, it's just the filling out phase. It's just the, you know what I mean? People be rushing. And I ain't gonna lie, semen retention is slow. I'm not rushing anymore. I'm not rushing a date. I'm not rushing to get to the good stuff. I'm not rushing to get to that. Talking and being there on the date with the other person is the good stuff to me right now. That's the good stuff right now. I'm not really too worried about, because I'm trying to retain this entire year. I'm not trying to have sex. I'm not trying to, do all that kissing ish. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm genuinely trying to just find who I can grow with. That's about it. And that's kind of just helped me out in dating. My dating life has, I don't date that often. I said I only been on 2 dates this year. I ain't been dating, but every single date, both dates that I've been on have been very, very smooth, to the point that I'm very, very confident in going on a date. I'm not worried. I'm not too nervous. And, I feel as if, my energy is just there. Even if I'm not speaking, I still give off really, really good energy, positive energy, And like I said in my last video, she couldn't keep her hands off of me. She kept touching me, and I wasn't even reciprocating that same energy. I wasn't touching her as often as she was touching me. Like, after everything we did, she had to put her hands on my arm, because I got some meat on my arms. I guess she liked that. And, she just couldn't not stop touching my arms. And that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, man, girls just been getting a little touchy with me lately. They just love to put their hands on me. But all I really want to say in this video is that dating has become so easy while I've been on semen retention. And I feel as if this can help a lot of you guys too. If you're on retention and you're looking for a girlfriend, maybe, and you just dating around trying to see if you can find somebody you can grow with, man, it's very, very, it gets easier, because you're not expecting much, and when you expect less, you get more, so that's really all I want to say today. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm about to hit this gym, and I'm about to go ahead and settle down. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow.